Okay, it's time for a little Dharma Talk, which is simply a discussion of spiritual ideas and concepts that you can bat around inside of your own head. A great spiritual master once said, build your house upon a rock. And if you do so, when the rain and the winds and the floods and the storms come, your house won't be washed down the river. Now, in our modern sensibility, we understand rocks are nowhere near the permanent thing that the ancients thought. So what was this great spiritual master talking about when he said build upon a rock, given that rocks are just as likely to slide down the side of a mountain in an avalanche or go blasting up into the stratosphere from a volcanic eruption? Well, clearly this spiritual master was talking about the rock of consciousness, something inside of ourselves that was not subject to the worldly effects. And if we build our house on the source of consciousness rather than the effects of consciousness, we would be safe and secure no matter what life brought our way. And generally, we learn this lesson the hard way, don't we? Humans are hopelessly attached to building their lives on things that are sliding down the side of a mountain, so to speak. We have great hopes that the relationship that we found or the job that we have or the kids that we're going to have or the reputation that we have is the rock upon we will build our joy and our happiness. But that's all effect. It's all the effect of a prior effect. And as the case with all things, they have a beginning, middle, and an end. That's why the spiritual master counseled us to build our consciousness, to put our attachment on that which never moves, which is consciousness itself. So when we meditate, we withdraw away from the temporal vicissitudes of the world, the things that are literally sliding down the side of a rock of the mountain, and we build our deepest attachment on that which never moves. It's a modern sensibility. In fact, the scientific point of view is that the universe doesn't have a source. Even the universe itself, which popped up in a big bang 13.7 billion years ago, didn't have a source. Even though there's no identifiable cause, many very strident material minds say they come up with theories or ideas of what could pop a universe up out of nothing. There's literally a book by a scientist who says how the universe popped up out of nothing. So everything is just an effect. Your life, your situation, your circumstances is just an avalanche going down the side of a hill. It's interesting to be caught in an avalanche, isn't it? You tumble and turn and twist and you grab onto a rock temporarily and it seems to offer you some support, but then it disappears and leaves you high and dry and worse off than ever because you thought that that had been the permanent thing that you could attach your well-being to. So it is a choice, really. Do you believe in a universe that has no prime mover, no cause, no source? Well, as a meditator, you're going inside to actually conduct the experiment to see if you can find what it is that never moves, never degrades, and never decays. And if you learn to attach your attention to that, going down the avalanche, going through cause and all the effects of life is a very interesting and wonderful ride, but there's always a sense of what the truth is and not to pin our hopes too strongly on any one thing, person, place, or circumstance. When we've done that, no matter what comes, we can be in a literal continuous state of bliss, joy, comfort, and peace. And then you design the ride that you're involved in. You become the source of your own life, and the avalanche is no longer the trouble that you're caught in. It's the joy of your own ride of life. Ponder this. Ponder where you're going to build your rock and where you've already built it. Have you built your rock on something that's sliding down the side of a hill? Or have you pinned your consciousness on that which never moves, never degrades, or never decays? All right. I'm going to be on retreat tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, and we'll revisit again soon. Thanks, everybody.